What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. So in today's video we're going to be working on the 240 once again. Now today I'm just going to be mainly focusing on the mirrors, because if you guys watched the video of when I bought this car and kind of did a little walk around, you guys know that there's no mirror. So this side there's no lens, like no mirror lens, but the actual assembly is here, and on that side I just don't have the whole assembly. The previous owner took it off to put some other mirrors on, so I had to get a new one of these. The ones that I have been able to find, they're like $100 for a mirror. Like, I don't understand why they're so much when I've seen like some power mirrors go for like 20 bucks. But I just want to get the right mirrors that belong on this car. So I could do power mirrors and just hide the wire somewhere like inside the door, but I want to do it legit, and I want to put manual mirrors like this car should have. So I know this is a temporary fix. I took this off of one of my 240s in the past. This is a power mirror, and this is for the passenger side. Now Asher also gave me a passenger side mirror, but this one, as you can see, is electric, and the one I got from Asher is manual. So what I'm thinking of doing, I don't know if this is gonna work, I took the actual mirror portion of it. I'm going to be trying to put this piece upside down right here, because the mirror should be the same. This is a temporary fix. I know this is going to be kind of jank, but like I said, I'd rather have a mirror on there than no mirror, because I always thought, you know, you don't need mirrors to drive this and that, blah blah, but trying to drive this car with no mirrors, it's so hard. So I'd rather have a mirror, even if it's upside down on this side, have the correct mirror over there, and then with patience I can get the right mirror and get it for a decent price rather than paying like $100 for a stock mirror, if that makes sense. Now I did also get a bunch of gaskets for the engine. Not that it leaks oil. I know the valve cover leaks a little bit of oil, but other than that, the engine is pretty good. But I do hear like a rattling noise. I heard this when I went to go test out the car and install it. So I already know I'm going to be expecting to fix that. So I'm pretty sure the timing chain tensioner or one of the guides or something is messed up, because it rattles on startup, but once it gets warmed up it kind of goes away. So that's usually a typical KA thing with timing chain tensioners. Once it warms up or builds up oil pressure, then it tightens up the timing chain and it doesn't rattle anymore. So that's going to be, you know, a future project. But like I said, I ordered all the gaskets and stuff and they still haven't got here, so I'm kind of waiting on that. So I can't really do like that right now, especially because I have so many cars in my driveway. I don't want to tear it apart and just leave it just right here without like the valve cover and anything, not being able to drive. Right now I can move it up and down the street, not really drive it because it's kind of sketch, but at least I can move it around. So that's why I haven't done that yet. So there you go, guys. The mirror is now on there. I know it looks kind of retarded because it's upside down, but it should be pretty good just for the meantime, like I said. Now time to do the passenger side. Alright, so to remove this, you kind of just pull on it. It shouldn't break. Little clips just like that. And alright, so there should be 3 10mm nuts, but for some reason there's only 2 on here. And this one, it's going to be kind of hard to get unless you remove the door panel, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to get a wrench. Oh, this is already loose. Alright, once you get that one taken off, you get your old one. You're gonna need 2 hands for this. You just stick it through the hole like that. Make sure the bolts line up, and then put those bolts back in. But obviously I can't do this while holding the camera. Alright guys, so I finally have mirrors on both sides. I got this mirror. I think this mirror is actually different than the one that should be on here, because I was looking at it and it makes almost like a fisheye effect, it shows everything. And I remember on my other 240 it wasn't like that, so I think they're a little different. But like I said, meantime, it's okay. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be hating and saying, why are you showing videos of just installing mirrors? The main reason for that is because I want to show everything that goes, like all the detail that goes into working on this car and just any of my cars, especially because I know there's a lot of younger subscribers who don't have the money or, you know, have the access to work on cars. And at least this is how I used to be when I was younger. I didn't have the money, I didn't have the access, so I would just like to watch simple videos of people installing simple mods like this, because I felt like, oh, when I get my first car, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to swap the mirrors, feel like I did something. I wouldn't really like to watch people that would do like full crazy builds where they would like fully strip the chassis down, put roll cages and all that, because I was like, I'm never going to do that, especially for my first car. So that's just why I like to show little things that I do to my cars, kind of to encourage the younger subscribers. But one thing I also want to mention is I did get SE wheels, also thanks to Asher. He hooked it up. They're a little beat, but I just want to have the car all stock for a while, and then obviously I'll lower it and do what I'm going to do eventually to it. But since the car was already, like majority of it was already pretty much stock, I kind of just want to go full stock and drive a full stock 240 for a while. So you can see if I get close up, the clear coat is like peeling. So they look like AIDS, but when you stand like right here, they don't look that bad. I also had to get 2 new tires because they're pretty dry rotted. But the car right now is all stock, like 100% stock, past the smog, everything's good to go. I think now is just time to modify it, but I want to take it kind of chill and not really rush modifying this car. This car will need a paint job because if you guys can see, the paint is pretty shot on it. So I want to know what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Should I paint it red again, or should I paint it a different color? The main reason I want to go with red again is just because everything is already red. For example, the door jambs are red. When you pop the hood, everything is red in the engine bay. And I just don't like the fact, like, when a car's black and you pop the hood and you open the doors and you see like red in there. I don't like that. But a cool color, you know, that'd be something, like a different color would be a cool color to do, like something pretty crazy and pretty unique. But I'm not too sure. Also, should I do a budget paint job like myself, do it here at my house in my driveway with rattle cans and clear coat, and kind of just cut them and like kind of show you guys how a cheap paint job can come out halfway decent? Or should I just do it legit, but not legit, if that makes sense? Like with the gun, a compressor and everything, but not the highest of the highest quality stuff, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Because the way I look at this is any paint job, even if it's rattle can with no clear coat, will look better than what is on the car right now. You can see the hood, it's all nasty and gross. Back here, it's all nasty and gross. The bumpers on it, like the whole car is just nasty and gross. But you know, I'm not saying that the car is bad or anything. This is an old car. You can't really expect much from it. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, a cheap paint job will look better than this, just so it's all one solid color. Because if you look right here, yeah, the camera picks it up. Since this is plastic and this is metal, it fades differently. This also happened on my Lexus, where the bumper was a different shade of gray and the car is like a different shade of gray. And I thought, oh, they replaced the back bumper and that's why it's a different color. But if you check all the numbers, like the VIN numbers, everything matches. It's just that this is plastic, so it fades a different color, and along with the rear bumper, it's also like that. So it looks kind of weird, and I think if it was all the same color, it would look a lot better. Alright guys, the valve cover is out. I didn't show you guys because I don't think you guys really need to see. It's just a bunch of bolts, 10mm bolts. Take this out, but now I'm gonna get this all cleaned off. You can see all the gunk is all built up right there. I got the top washed when I washed the engine bay, but obviously I couldn't reach the back. This is by the firewall. This is the back of it. That's the front. So now I'm just going to clean everything. This is obviously the inside. I'm going to clean the outside, get that all nice and prepped, and then we're going to spray that with this Rust-Oleum paint right here. I hope it works. I've never tried it, but it looks like it's a pretty nice metallic finish. And that's kind of what I was looking for. Something that looks almost OEM, doesn't look like crazy like rainbow or like anything like pink, but also kind of hot boy. So that's why I'm going with this. And then I'm going to be using this 2K clear. I know it's not the best clear, but it's the best clear on the market. Or I mean, I should say in the store that you could just walk in and buy. So I'm just going to be using this. And I'm not going to be using any primer, just because I just want to do it just kind of simple, not like crazy. Alright guys, so I got fresh oil. I already installed the new oil filter. It is on the car. I'm currently working on the valve cover. I got it all sanded down. I did, I believe it was 180. I know that's really like aggressive, but I did 180, and then I used 400 just to kind of smooth it up. So now it's really smooth. I think it'll be fine. I might still go right here around the little edges some more, and then I'm gonna spray paint that to get that looking. It's gonna look almost like that, just all one solid color, not kind of splotchy. And then yeah, I also got a new hose right here because the one that I had was all brittle and cracking. So I got a new one. I got a longer one. I'm just going to cut it to fit. And then also the noise I was hearing was the timing chain tensioner that goes up here. So if you guys have a dual cam KA, I would recommend that you take that out before it breaks. It's 2 bolts right here. and it's a little piece that comes up and goes up here. It literally does almost nothing, and it always breaks. I know a bunch of people that is broken on them, and both the 240s I've had with engines, with these engines at least, with the KA, they've both broken on me. One was a brand new rebuilt engine. This one has a lot more miles and it broke. So I'll just take that out so you don't have any problems. Alright guys, so there's this piece right here. It's not really the cowl because the cowl's underneath that. But this had like some black, it looked like factory plastic dip that was like peeling off. So we took that off and it looks, in my opinion, a little ricey. Sorry about the weird noise. But I'm not sure if that's because there's no windshield wipers at the moment or why, but this just doesn't look right. Like, so I think I'm gonna end up painting this black just with some cheap black paint just to get this looking black and just so it's not chrome. But the reason I did that was because this like section right here was already peeling and this was exposed chrome or whatever you want to call it, polished, and the rest was like black and like crusty, almost like this back here. Also put it down in the comments for, you know, those of you who own 240s and have the same problem. How do you like peel all this off? Because it's like, it's not a peelable plastic dip, but it's like paint. It's not really a paint, I don't know what it is, but it's just old and crusty and I want to get rid of it. But if I get rid of it, it's gonna look weird, just this random chrome strip around it, and then everything else is black. So I want to get rid of this and probably paint this black or do something, I don't know. Put it down in the comments for those of you who have 240s and have dealt with this. I want to know what you guys have done. But in the meantime, I have my windshield wiper arms painting, or drying I should say. I just threw some cheap black paint on there just to kind of make them look fresh because they were already starting to show like chrome or polish, whatever you want to call it. And then over here I got the valve cover. This is looking a lot better than I thought it was going to be looking like. I was just expecting to just spray some on top and then throw it in the car, but now looking at it, this looks really good. And this is no clear, so I'm sure with the clear it's going to look a lot glossier and a lot nicer. Alright guys, so I'm just about to put the valve cover back on. I'll show you guys the finished product. I'm putting some new spark plugs in there, got these taken out, and they actually look really good. They're black, but they're really dry and they look really good. No white tips, not anything abnormal, so that's good. That means the motor's running kind of good. I like, you know, tits. I haven't taken out the fourth one, so hopefully that one comes out just like these and it's not, you know, I don't contradict myself. But I'm thinking it should come out fine, so I'm just gonna throw these in there and then I'll show you guys the new valve cover, and we should be ready to throw some fresh oil in there and finally drive the car. Alright guys, so I got the valve cover, got everything installed, all the wires. My dad ended up painting this for me, so I don't know, you can't really see it, just a little top piece right here. But that's all, he put that on there, so that looks a lot cleaner now. Oh, you can see it from down here. It's like a cowl, but I don't know if this is the cowl or this is the cowl, but whatever. He got that plastic dip, so it looks pretty nice. And then I got all this in here done. Check out this valve cover. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but check that out right there. I was gonna shave the letters off of here just to give it like a two-tone, but I remember doing that on my other dual cam valve cover, and you get like a bunch of like little stuff stuck in here, and then to get rid of that you kind of just gotta like mess around, and then I don't know, I feel like all this right here ends up getting all nasty and ugly, so this just, in my opinion, looks so much cleaner. Just check that out. Like, I didn't really film me doing that because I don't think you guys really want to see how to paint a valve cover. I'm sure you guys already know. But engine bay is looking a lot better. And then I also did remove this piece. This is what I was talking about. It's like it's considered a timing chain tensioner, but it goes like this on the top timing chain, and then it always breaks off, and it's just kind of sitting there. You can see all the metal it's shaved off. So that's why I also did an oil change, even though the oil that was in there was brand new. But now I know there's brand new oil, new filter. So yeah, I'm gonna start it up, and I think she's ready to rip.